Hello dear readers and subscribers, welcome to another video with some practical career advice for artists. And in this video we'll be tackling a highly requested topic, the best books for artists, especially for those self-taught artists who will have to self-educate themselves, however at the level of art school. The foundation of the knowledge of the lessons and colleges at art school are art books, reference publications that are incredibly important in the art world and that form the canon of art in general and, to be more specific, contemporary art today. So in this video we are going to approach this kind of as a curriculum at art school almost. We're going to start with the most important publications so that you have a very strong general and broad frame of reference when it comes to art. Before we enter the contemporary, the modern and contemporary era for some more in-depth knowledge, we'll also discuss some very important books when it comes to the art tools and art techniques, and even one that's quite similar as actually going to art school. And then we can go even a bit further and really dig into our specific medium or our artistic discipline to really become an expert in what we're doing. And then to conclude the video, we're gonna wrap things up with two of the very best books with career advice, how you can be successful in the art world and how to navigate it as an expert. By doing so, you will have your own curriculum that is based on the exact same books that are being taught at art school, so you can become an expert yourself. Or for artists who are trained and they want to get things a step further, because the overview publications are very well known, but then when we arrive at contemporary art, we want to dig into our discipline, what are the things that are happening today, then things start to become a bit more tricky to find the right books, then this is definitely the video for you. Another pro tip is to take notes while reading these books. Try to write down the things that could be very useful for your artistic practice and your artist statement, so you can revisit these topics and find inspiration in it for future series of works. Now, that being said, let's dive into the first phase of our roadmap to become an art expert using the very best art books. Overview books on art history. The first book on our list is, of course, The Story of Art. In my opinion, The Story of Art by Gombrich, published by Phaidon, is the best overview publication on overall art history. It is widely accepted and used as a reference publication at university, providing an expert and extensive take on art history while remaining very readable as well. Further, the book comes at a terrific price point, providing more than 1,000 pages of art history at the price of a short novel. All the books will be linked in the description below, and we also have a written version of this video or article on contemporaryartissue.com, so you could use it afterwards when considering which book to start with first. Next we have The Art Book, another excellent overview publication by Phaidon presenting 600 of the most famous artists throughout our art history, the must-know artists. Phaidon has a renowned reputation when it comes to art book publishing, and with The Art Book, Phaidon's editors compiled their knowledge in one overview publication at once again a terrific price point. A great first book of general art history, although I must add The Story of Art is a bit more comprehensive than this colorfully revised edition. Now that we have a solid frame of reference, it is time that we dive into the era of modern and contemporary art. The first publication on our list is, of course, Art Since 1900. From more than one perspective, Art Since 1900 is a groundbreaking reference publication taking on art since 1900 year by year, literally. Written and edited by the highly influential art historians Hal Foster, Rosalind Krauss, Yves Bois, or Benjamin Buchloch and David Joselit. Art Since 1900 is not your traditional overview publication, but rethinks and redefines art historiography, compiling the most important events, artists, movements and articles in a landmark study. Please note that this publication is a bit less accessible or a bit more academic, so it won't read as easy as a general overview on recent art history, and it also comes at a slightly higher price point. However, it is packed with tremendous information, and if you master this book well, then you'll be an expert. If you want to start with a more accessible overview on modern and contemporary art, I definitely recommend Modern Art, a history from Impressionism to today. We already mentioned Phaidon's excellent reputation, but this is definitely also the case for Taschen, partly thanks to this excellent reference publication on modern art. Here we start before 1900 with Impressionism during the second half of the 19th century, discussing all modern art movements, including the transition from modernism to the contemporary era. Almost 700 pages of art history for a very low price, making this publication a superb choice when it comes to value for money. The next phase in our roadmap are a series of books that actually work kind of as art school, because they talk about the different tools and techniques you could use, or also some different exercises to improve as an artist in the studio. And the first book on our list is The Artist's Manual. This is a book that I haven't read personally, but I have heard so many tremendous things about it, and definitely consider purchasing one for myself. It is actually an overview book on techniques, media, materials and tools, and this is rather rare because we don't see those kind of books very often. As a result, The Artist's Manual by Rob Pepper is a unique and excellent art book to discover technical know-how for your studio practice, supported by the knowledge and experience of several professional artists. So the publication encompasses various disciplines such as painting, drawing, sculpture and printmaking, but also less convenient fields such as digital art or animation. Next, we have a really fun and original book in this section. Academy X Lessons in Art and Life is actually like a book in which some renowned established artists give you some lessons and exercises how to become a better artist. The publication is both groundbreaking and a lot of fun because an art academy experience in print with renowned artists such as Dan Graham, Marina Abramovic or Olafur Eliasson as your tutors is actually really exciting and very original. I mean, how cool is it to have some actual advice and exercises given by those established artists? So we enter the high-end art world with unique lessons by leading figures in the art world, providing not only technical advice, but also assignments, inspiration, tips for your daily practice, career pointers, and some terrific personal anecdotes. This art book is, I believe, a must-have for artists who aim to go beyond the technical and the beautiful and try to understand the witty in art. If you want some more in-depth technical information about your medium, we have also included a link with all mediums and the best books, the best manuals, how to learn the technical aspects of your medium in our online article and in the description below. The next phase in our roadmap is all about art today. What art is being made in your discipline at this very moment. As a result, we have shortlisted the most important and most valuable art books on a specific discipline. By doing so, depending on our personal preferences and our own studio practice, we can dig a little bit deeper and specialize in a specific niche of contemporary art. The first book on our list is Painting Today for all the painters out there. From the so-called death of painting in 1968 to discussing painting's most prolific artists from the past years up to this very day, Tony Gottfried's Painting Today, published by Phaidon once more, is a must-read for any contemporary painter. The beautifully illustrated publication is both inspiring, enlightening, and easy to read. Also for painting, we highly recommend the Vitamin P publications discussing new perspectives in contemporary painting. Next, we have sculpture with Sculpture Today. The same concept and publisher as our previous title, this time Judith Collins takes on Sculpture Today and also installation art. Sculpture changed radically and ingeniously since the 1960s, influenced by postmodern art movements and new media. As a result, Collins discusses the most influential artists and events that define sculpture as we know it today. Another excellent publication for three-dimensional art, sculpture and installation is Vitamin 3D with new perspectives in sculpture and installation. Next we have a book from this Vitamin series which is Vitamin D, Vitamin Drawing with new perspectives in drawing. Phaidon's Vitamin series discussing new perspectives in those various artistic disciplines is a tremendous series to have your finger at the pulse of your medium. In Vitamin D, so Vitamin Drawing, Emma Dexter examines the development and ongoing relevance of one of the purest and most relatable art forms, contemporary drawing. In a similar vein, we have Vitamin PH, standing for photography. This time, Phaidon's Vitamin series takes on fine art photography, presenting the most important and relevant photographers of the contemporary era. Important to know is that these Vitamin series books use a very unique selection process in which renowned curators, artists and critics vote for the artists they believe should be included in the publication. One more book from this series is Vitamin C for collage in contemporary art. Published only this year, Vitamin C+ discusses an often overlooked art form, which actually plays an essential role in contemporary art. As a result, Phaidon is one of the first publishing houses to present over 100 artists that excel in collage art. A fascinating and above all inspiring compilation. Next, some less convenient artistic disciplines, and we start off with video art. Arguably, there could not have been a better expert on video art than Barbara London to write this overview publication on the relatively new art form of video art. Video art, the first 50 years, is the ideal publication to discover the most important and most influential video artists, and also the history and development of the medium, analyzing its first 50 years of art history. We conclude with performance in contemporary art, another less convenient artistic discipline. Catherine Wood takes on the history of performance art in this compelling overview publication by Tate. Arguably, this book is the most up-to-date publication on performance art, discussing the most important figures in performance today and in the past. So it's a must-read for any artist interested or occupied with performance art. The final segment of our roadmap, the final phase, is some actual career advice. Now that we have a decent frame of reference in art history, are specialized in modern and contemporary art, and specialized in the niche that we actually practice with some additional technical advice, we are ready to work on our career as an artist. And here we have identified two excellent books. First and foremost, it's How to Become a Successful Artist by Magnus Resch. Here at Kai, as a platform that provides practical career advice for artists, we have read almost all books on career advice on contemporary art. And in our opinion, and especially in my personal opinion and the opinion of other professionals that we've talked with in the field, we believe this is the best art book there is for career advice at this very moment. Magnus Resch, How to Become a Successful Artist, is, I believe, the most comprehensive and industry-proven and peer-reviewed book, providing helpful and crucial career advice for artists. So as a result, it is our #1 pick. And we conclude with the tremendously popular book, How to Be an Artist. The publication is arguably by the most famous art critic today, Jerry Saltz, and he discusses more than just solid career advice, but he also examines what it means to be an artist, celebrating our inexhaustible passion for art. If you would like to read more into a specific group of artists or a specific monographic publication by an artist that you really like and have strong affinity towards, make sure to select books that are published by a renowned art publisher. For instance, Taschen, Phaidon, Tate, Brestol Publishing, Skira, and so forth. We have discussed some of these books in our extensive video on how to become a successful self-taught artist in 6 steps, so definitely consider watching that video next for a complete roadmap on how to become a self-trained, successful artist. To review this overview of publications in written form, definitely consult our article on contemporaryartissue.com. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure to watch our video on how to become a successful self-taught artist next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted for more contemporary art. Bye.